What's up, everybody? It's your boy for the latest episode of Let's Be Blunt. Been a very busy week this week of March 13th. Yesterday was pretty eventful as well in Tennessee. And then on Monday, we reintroduced a bill that we've been trying to get passed in North Carolina, reintroduced as Senate Bill 263, was reintroduced in North Carolina. This is a big win for us to get this reintroduced and hopefully passed. Many people, including Mr. Rod Kite, which is one of the attorneys we use in this industry, are hailing this as a model for other states to go by and how to regulate hemp. And ultimately, it's pretty simple. It's three pillars that we're ultimately going off of. Number one, age gating. We got to make sure that we're not allowing young adults to grab this or children to have this product sold to them legally. So we're asking that any sales of hemp products be to those of 21 years of age or older. Fairly simple, easy stuff. The other thing is we're trying to make sure that the testing is standardized. And not only that, that we have standardizations of quality control and production across the board for this product as well. And then labeling, making sure that the labels are clearly marked with the contents of the bag and that adults can make a conscious decision based on the true contents written on that bag. And then other than that, we got some other things throughout this bill that is really not uh, going to kill the industry. And that's what's very important. So many times with regulation or creating laws around something unknown, the first knee jerk reaction, especially to those that are really prohibitionists, is to shut it down. No regulation, just shut it down. It has no place in our state, in our government, in our communities. But ultimately, the people have spoken. There's 90% of Americans have used some way, shape, or form, either wanting legalization for adult use or currently using cannabis. It's been around for millions of years. It's not going anywhere. How we made nature illegal to begin with still blows my mind. But ultimately, we are making progress. And if North Carolina passes this bill, will be the one of the most advanced cannabis regulations in the country, if not the most advanced. Because ultimately, we've been divided up in many different fractions in this industry. We have your purist and then all these different people, but you got your medical industry, your recreational industry, and your hemp industry, and where we all used to be united, we now fight each other in this industry, and everybody's jockeying for position to have their way or their way of the industry regulated. And what we're seeing is a mass exodus in legalized states running to the hemp states now because regulation makes more sense. It's better to operate a business. It's more sustainable. There's a broader market we can offer to, especially being able to cross state lines, unlike states that are not federally legal, like the hemp industry. But this bill in North Carolina was reintroduced as House Bill 265. Big shout out to American Healthy Alternatives Association, JD McCormick, Mr. Lee Van Time, also Van Tyne, also April Bird. Big shout out to Senators Johnson, Britt, and Lazara for sponsoring this bill. They've kind of always been in our corner in this industry. We really appreciate it that they helped sponsor this bill. It is in the Senate, which means it'll go to the House and probably to a couple committees. But you have other states right now that are kind of figuring out how to regulate or if to regulate hemp. Not many of us in this industry do not want to be regulated. We're all asking for regulation because right now, anybody with any product can put it on any shelves. And that's not safe, not only for children, but not safe for consumers. So we're looking at other states like Arkansas, Florida, Illinois, Kentucky, Missouri, Tennessee, and Texas that are fighting these same battles within the hemp industry. So, hopefully we can make this serve as a true model, as Rod calls it, for how to regulate hemp, which was made federally legal in 2018. Yet many of us are still facing uncertainties and raids and supply chain issues, banking issues, so many things around this because we're still in such a propagandized era. It's still a lot of negativity around this industry, and we're trying to normalize that. We're trying to really bring in regulation and customer safety, and letting you folks know exactly what you're putting in your body. So this is a big win for North Carolina. We will probably lose kratom. I really don't care about that. That's not my fight. I understand a lot of people use kratom to overcome a lot of things, but again, that's not my fight. And to keep the cannabis industry intact, we have to give a little as well as give a little, and get a little as well as give a little. But ultimately, the industry survives. And Tennessee had a big win as well yesterday, where they had an amendment to a bill that would have killed their industry there. They had a last minute amendment that's going to allow THCA and some synthetics. Again, it's going to regulate where it can be sold and how it can be sold. Same thing in North Carolina. We'll start having to have licensing to be able to sell these products, so they can't be sold anywhere, which is okay with me. I leave it in the hands of experts. Although the convenience is nice for other locations, ultimately it would be nice to have everybody go to their local dispensary and be able to legally, lawfully, and without fear of having contaminants or, foreign material in your products, you can go there and buy it safely. So again, big win for North Carolina this week. Big win for Tennessee. Hemp keeps on winning. Support the plant. That's what we got to do. We got to support each other and remember why we got in this fight, to keep the plant free and legal for everyone, or make it accessible and free and legal for everyone of age and those that are severely in need. One of the things that Tennessee put forth is you cannot make health claims with cannabis, but whatever, we get it. We can't make health claims. All we can do is tell you what our customers have had success with. So a few workarounds, like always, nothing that will kill the industry. That's most important. We don't mind regulation. Just make it fair and accessible for all of us. Don't charge too much for these licenses. Keep the tiers of quality control obtainable. Don't make us have to go through super expensive testing and super expensive taxes. One thing about House Bill 263 is there is a proposed 13% tax on cannabis products, which I have mixed feelings about. But hey, we'll do our part to pay our part. I am a bit concerned about ALE being the governing body on this. Although they do regulate the alcohol industry, it's kind of created a bit of a monopoly in North Carolina for the ABC board, and how ALE regulates things, for me, leaves a little bit to be desired, but we'll see. And hopefully we can come to something that works for all of us, that keeps our consumers safe, that keeps our children safe, and that keeps our industry alive. So I will keep coming back with these posts and these updates as they come to us. But big wins for these states. The Southeast is one of the last areas of the country to be decided on how to handle cannabis laws and legalization. And hopefully we get it right the first time out. But, keep supporting, keep watching these videos, like and subscribe us, follow us, Let's Be Blunt. Find us on letsbeblunt.org. Thank you for your time, and tune in next time. We got great content coming for you. As always, peace, love, cannabis.